I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day today, and I really mean that. I hope you're all doing amazing. I hope you are having the best week of your life. Yeah, I mean it. Anyway, before we get started with today's build, I would like to say a massive thank you to Capybara Games and their super fun puzzle adventure game Grindstone for sponsoring today's video. In Grindstone, you have to clear 250 plus different levels by clearing enemies that are in your way with the use of attacks. It's a lot of fun, so let me show you. It's super easy and simple to get started. You just have to connect monsters that are in the same color. Oh, we don't want to do that because this little guy over here is angry. So let's do this one instead, even though I'm kind of walking backwards, but let's do it. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're gonna do this one. And away they are. It's getting a little crowded here. Let's see if we can create a chain that is long enough to get a grindstone. Okay, this should do it. See, we are doing a chain that is 17 long. I'm gonna get a grindstone out of this. Awesome. So the longer the chain you make, the more you get out of it, because you both get to meet different creeps, but also battle different bosses. And therefore it's also quite strategic. And I'm gonna do this one because it's 12 long. Let's go. Chop, chop, chop. But yeah, it's really easy to get into, super simple, and it's a lot of fun as well. You can download the game for Nintendo Switch by clicking on the link at the top of the description box. It's 30% off until the 6th of October, so I'm just saying. And it's also available through the Epic Launcher on PC, plus you can play it through the Apple Arcade on your phone. I'm also giving away one code to one of you, so go ahead and comment Grindstone in the comment section down below if you want a chance at winning a game for free. The winner will be picked at random in about a week from now, so keep an eye on your replies if you decide to join. And yeah, I wish you all the best of luck. So thank you again so much to KB Games and Grindstone for sponsoring today's video, but most importantly, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all so much. Now, let's get started with today's build. Yeah, let's go. So today we are building a cottage, not an autumn themed one, but I realized that it's actually the 1st of October today, so I probably should have made this autumn themed. I am so sorry for completely not realizing that. However, I am definitely going to do some autumn build next week, 1 or 2, who knows. So today we're building this cottage though, and it is not built in Henford-on-Bagley. It's actually built on the island in Windenburg. I figured I hadn't built here for a while, but honestly, I love this area. We got a little bit of forest going on, but there's also beach, there's water, there's not Nessie, she's not hanging out here, but it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful area. Also, I forgot to turn on my reshade, which is what you just saw me do. So that's why the lighting changed. Whenever I choose a lot, I have reshade turned off because it always makes my text very blurry when I'm not on a lot. Like when I'm looking at the map or on the gallery, the text is very blurry. So I just had it turned off and I forgot to activate it again. My bad, but it's turned on now. But we're building on this 30 by 20 in Windenburg, like I said before, on the island, and I haven't built here for a while, so it was really nice revisiting this area. Although I think actually maybe when I say in a while, I mean maybe like for a month or something, but before that it had been a long time since I built here. If you see like in the background, there is this kind of container looking home. That is the repurposed tiny house that I built. Is someone drilling right now? Oh, right, okay. I thought I heard something. Okay, anyway. That is a repurposed tiny house that I did like a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. But before that house, I hadn't built here for a long time. So I might do another 30 by 20 here because there is another lot that is about the same size as this one, or, well, it is the same size as this one because it's also a 30 by 20. But I think the other one is, actually I can't figure it out. Is it wide or is it long? I don't know, but I might build on that one as well sometime in the near future. I am undecided. However, do let me know if you want to see another autumn themed build because I got you then. If you do, let me know. I initially wanted this to be a tiny house, but then I figured that I couldn't fit in all the furniture that I wanted. It just wasn't really working out for some reason. So it might be a very narrow house if you look at it from the front. I think it's only 6 tiles wide, to be honest, which is very narrow. To me, at least it is. But I do end up making the house a little bit deeper. Does that make sense? So it does become a little bit bigger. I think I extended a little bit more than this because the chimneys were annoying me so much because they weren't aligned with the roofing anymore, so I decided to make it one tile deeper again so that they'd be perfectly lined up in the middle of the roof. But it took me a while to get there, and I also figured that I had to do this because I couldn't really fit in the bedroom like I wanted to. The floor plan was turning out a little bit weird, but in the end, I feel like it all turned out just fine. No issues. They have their modern extension on the back on the left, and that is also where I end up placing down their living room. And yeah, it's just, there's a nice little flow in this house. You could possibly, if you want the kitchen to be a little bit smaller, move it to where the dining room is and then move the dining table elsewhere. And then you could possibly place down another bedroom where the kitchen used to be. It's just that you'd have to walk through that room to get to the bathroom, and also there's a door to the outside. That's why I ended up not placing down the bedroom there. And I just feel like if you have a side door to the yard, it just makes sense to have the kitchen there for some reason. I'm not really sure why. That's just usually how I do it in my builds. I honestly don't know why. Like, I really don't. I either do that through the kitchen or through a mudroom, so just like a little hallway space with some storage cabinets or whatever. But oftentimes I'll place the kitchen, or I'll place the door, or I'll place the kitchen where the side door to the backyard or whatever, where that is. I'm not really sure why. I feel like I've seen that done so many times that that's just kind of become habit, but I don't really know if it makes sense, to be honest. And also the bathroom, I just quickly want to point this out. The bathroom is big enough so that you're able to place down laundry machines in there if you want them, and I believe you could also possibly place them next to the if you rather want them to be in the kitchen, because I know English is going well today. Anyway, because I know that that is realistic for some people. For example, if you live in the UK, they often have their laundry machine in the kitchen. I know this for a fact, but I know that doesn't count for everyone. I just snapped my fingers if you heard that. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, you could just take out the counter next to the fridge and then place down the laundry machines there. So there is room for everything. I feel like I do this every time I release a build. I tell you what alternate things you could do. Does that make sense? Like, what if you don't like how a certain room is laid out, I tell you how you could do it differently. I don't even know if anybody follows my advice, because I'm pretty sure if I was out to download a house, I wouldn't want to change anything. I'd want it to just be perfect. So, like, you'd probably just, if you saw something in this house that you didn't want, instead of following my advice, you'd either come up with your own solution, or you'd go find another house. I don't know. Does it even help anyone? So let me know, because if not, then I'll just stop. It's fine. I just like the idea of my houses being available to a lot of you, even though I know that I use a lot of packs. That is something I'm aware of. But other than that, because I just like to have a lot of items to play around with when I decorate. But other than that, other than the packs, I like my builds to be available to a lot of you, even if you do have to make a few changes and stuff. So that's probably why I just like to give you advice on it. But if it's not helpful, then doesn't matter. Anyway, so this is the dining room. It is not the first room that you enter when you enter the house. I did place this little sunroom situation by the front door. It's actually not something that I came up with. This was the exterior of the house, was highly inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest, but how many times have I said that this year? Anyway, I always mention Pinterest. It's fine. I love Pinterest. It is a great place to find inspiration for builds, so I use it a lot, basically all the time. Yeah, basically. But the picture of the house was taken from the side. So taken from the side, so you couldn't really see the front of the house anyway, but I could see that they had this sort of like sunroom situation by the front door, so I decided to include it. I don't know if there is another picture of the house on Pinterest or Google or whatever, somewhere online where you could see the house a little bit better. I only had that picture, so that is what I went off of. The house looked so cute though. I knew that I had to do something with it. I've also saved it ages ago, so it's been on kind of my take inspiration from list for a long time. So it was about time. I just really felt like building a cottage the other day, and it looks so cute when I came across it again. So anyway, we are working on the living room now, which I placed in the modern extension part of the house. It just felt like that made sense. It would either have to be the dining room or the living room, and the living room turned out to be a lot bigger, or the extension turned out to be a lot bigger than it would have to be to place down the dining room in there, so I decided to go for the living room instead. So we're placing down a lot of plants. I wanted it to be super cozy in there and not necessarily have like a super cottagey kind of vibe to it. I at least don't feel like the couches do. They are from the, what's it called? Haunted? Oh my gosh, what is it called? The Perfect Halloween pack. I forgot what it's called, but that pack. It's not the spooky stuff pack. The other pack, the one with the ghosts. What's it called? Paranormal stuff pack. My gosh, that took way too long. Yeah, they're from that pack. I love those couches. A lot of the swatches are very, very colorful, but I've been using these a couple of times because I like how they look. If I have to add color, I actually prefer to do it through like rugs or I want to say accessories, because that's how I do it when it comes to clothes. I don't like to wear overly colorful clothes, basically. I like to do black, white, gray mainly. Sometimes I'll throw in, like, I'll be a little bit brave and throw in a beige. I know, whoa. But I just prefer to not really go full in on color. So that is probably my method when it comes to interior as well. So I threw down the rug, which is this nice blue-green color. So there's a little bit of color in there, but not through the couches. It's just like beds as well. You add color through the bedding. You don't add it through the furniture itself, right? In real life, I would, like if I wanted to add a little bit of color to, oh, I forgot to change the color of that door right there. That's gonna annoy me. I'll do that before I upload it to the gallery, but I actually forgot to do that before taking screenshots, so just ignore that there's a white door. There won't be in the uploaded version of the house. I literally just saw it, but don't worry, I got you guys. But in real life, with my living room, if I wanted to add a little bit of color in there, right now there's not really a lot. There's a little bit of like blue-gray kind of through the paintings I have in there, but if I wanted to add more, I'd probably do it through pillows. So it's easy to change out. If you don't like it, you can get new pillows, just like bedding. If you don't like it, don't use that bedding. I hope that's what it's called, bedding. I will say though, rugs are really expensive, so be cautious with that. Like if you want to add color through rugs, take your time making that decision. I don't know why we're talking about this, but basically that's just how I like to add color in my interior. And also curtains. But also I'm still obsessed with those new swatches for this particular curtain, because I actually really like that there's two different versions of it. So one is kind of hanging down and the other one is not. I don't know how to say that, but I just like that there's two different versions of it. And now we got them in white, which is going to be so versatile. I would have loved a more beige swatch as well. I think they left that one out, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. White is also good. So also, by the way, just want to give you guys a quick update, because over on my other channel, I'm counting on, at least I'm going to aim to upload weekly vlogs over October. So yeah, just like a little bit of an update if you've been missing weekly vlogs, because I haven't done them since like April or something. I've been doing other videos, but not weekly vlogs. But I will, I'm planning on doing them throughout October, because it feels like it's a good time. So yeah, also I hope that those of you who celebrate Halloween are getting in a Halloweeny kind of mood. We don't really do it here in Denmark. It's not really a thing. I know that some people with kids are trying to make it a thing, but it's not really a thing for my family. It's never been a thing for my family. So we don't really do it, but I always have like a Halloween marathon when it's October, always. So I'll probably do that at some point. And then this year as well, I am going to read a lot of horror books as well, and like mystery books and thrillers, and it's gonna be fun that way. I actually just finished one, so I'll talk about that in my vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna read horror books. It was my first horror book. I'm not scared at all. I think I had like, when I went to bed after beginning to read it the first day, I was a bit like, oh, this is actually, I'm scared. I'm a little bit worried, but now I'm not anymore. Now I'm over it. I don't know. It's fine. My sister literally said, I saw her last weekend. She visited my city with her boyfriend, and we were talking about, I don't exactly remember why. Maybe we were talking true crime and then in connection with horror movies or something. I don't know. And my sister, I think we were talking about watching horror movies at some point because her boyfriend cannot deal with them at all, but her and I, we love to watch them. But she's like, yeah, but Rosa is not really fun to watch horror movies with because she's completely unfazed. She doesn't even flinch at jump scares, and it's true, I don't. I thought maybe horror books would, because they don't depend on jump scares the same way new horror movies do, which is cheap tricks. I'm not falling for it, but I thought maybe horror books would kind of hit me in a different way then because it's more about feeling rather than getting scared. And it did at the start, but now I'm over it. I'm still gonna continue reading them though, because I enjoyed it. It was fun. So I'm looking forward to starting my next one. Anyway, enough talk about October, Halloween, mystery, thrillers, whatever, horror. We are working on the little yard that I gave them. Not overdoing it, simply because I don't feel like it fits with the surrounding area that much. But I did give them a chicken coop because I thought it fit the house, and they also have a few plots that they can plant stuff on. There's a picnic table and also a flower arrangement table. And I also gave them a beekeeping house, or a bee house, or whatever you want to call that little house thing, so they can have some bees there as well, just to give them a little bit to do outside. And then we're doing a landscaping. English is going so well today. We're doing a little bit of landscaping, but that is basically all I got for you guys. So if you like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And thank you again so much to Grindstone for sponsoring today's video. Definitely go check it out by clicking on the link in the description box. And also, if you like Roblox or lifestyle videos, check out my other channels that are linked to in the description box as well under my link tree. So just click on that. You'll get directed to a page with basically everything linked. Yeah, that's what a link tree is anyway. But that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
It's just the way it is. Like stone, emotionless in this world of stories. Oh, like stone, I'll be here forever, waiting for your call. Lovers come, lovers go, and their hearts seem to change, but mine is still the same, 'cause I still love them all, and my heart's not to blame, it's just the way it is. Like stone, in this world of stories. Oh, like stone, I'm fixed in a framework that is moving.